Hey YouTube, Maestro here from Bendu Lightsaber Combat. Today we're going to be talking about the third form of lightsaber combat, Soresu. This is one of my personal favorite forms and the one that I believe is actually the deepest and the most complex of all the other forms. Soresu being the third lightsaber form that was developed. In the canons, they say that it's developed for primarily blast deflection, but then it evolved to become something much more, the ultimate expression of pacifist Jedi philosophy. Today what we're going to be discussing about this form is the fundamental formula. What makes Soresu different from other forms? Now, one of the most common misconceptions about Soresu is that it's completely lacking in any offensive capability. That is not true. It would be a highly ineffective form if that were true. It is not that a Soresu practitioner is offensively inviolable. It's that his offense comes secondary to his defense. Soresuists always move from a strong centered position. They keep themselves centered in a defensive position so that they can withstand anything that the opponent's throwing at them. They don't have any weaknesses to attack because they're not extending themselves out. They're not overextending. They're not becoming unbalanced by attacking the opponent. A Soresuist sees an unprovoked aggressive action as an imbalance in themselves. They don't do that. They keep total balance within themselves, both mentally and physically, so that they're ready when the opponent attacks to handle him in the right way. I strongly recommend that you watch some of our Soresu videos, Knights level, for some more information about how this works and what they do. But today we're going to focus only on the fundamental formula. But first we're going to talk about the word Soresu and what it means. Soresu is a combination of two words, like most of the other forms. It's a combination of two words. And the first is so, which means perfect or complete. The term so refers to anything that's perfect or complete and total, not lacking in anything. It's completed, it goes, it's done. It's perfect in a sense. The second part, risu, means circle. So the word Soresu literally translates to a perfect or complete circle. So it's a circle, most often referred to as the circles of defense or the three orbits of defense. You know, when we think of Soresu, we think of a circular pattern, whether it's, spinning the blade to deflect blaster bolts or, anything like that. The movements of Soresu are all based on the circle, whether it's a small circle or whether it's a large circle. They're all based on those circular movements. Even in the body, when they're doing things like tenkan, open and turning, it's moving the body in a circle to avoid or to take control of an opponent's aggressive action. But this perfect circle of Soresu is fueled by its fundamental formula. So how do we do that? How does Soresu use its perfect circle of defense in lightsaber combat? That's through the fundamental formula. Okay, so the fundamental formula for Soresu, like all other fundamental formulas, it's a three-step process describing how to approach combat, how to act in combat, and what to do afterwards. That guides every Soresuist in performing his actions and what he should do in combat. This is what makes Soresu Soresu. The first step, of course, is establishing a strong, centralized position. This is referring to both outwardly and inwardly. You need to be centered. From that center comes a stillness, a mental clarity, which allows you to access all of your faculties and powers immediately and cleanly. so that you can deal with aggressive actions that are coming in to attack you. Okay, so establishing that strong centered position is the first step for any Soresuist. The second is blending with any incoming aggression. This is really the key and the hallmark of Soresu. Soresu does not clash. It doesn't seek to contend. It's exactly the polar opposite of Makashi, which does not only seek to contend, but to contend in a superior manner with the opponent. Soresu skips that altogether. There's no combat in Soresu. There's no actual fighting or maka or struggle in Soresu. It's all about blending with that incoming energy. When someone comes in to attack you, you don't struggle against it, you don't fight against it. You move with them and accept that energy. By getting alongside it or inside it, you're then able to take control of it and lead it into a circuit of neutralization. And that's the third step, is guiding that incoming aggression into a circuit of neutralization. Our goal is not, in Soresu, is not to destroy the opponent. We don't go in with heavy-handed attacks, abandoning totally our strong centralized position. We keep that strong centralized position and wield ourselves and that incoming energy and our efforts in a blending, harmonious way. That's really the key to Soresu, is harmony. Even with the opponent, even when they're trying to attack you, even when they're trying to kill you, you're not trying to kill them. You're trying to blend with them. You're going to get right alongside them, see the combat from their point of view, and be able to guide that action into a circuit which is going to neutralize, a circuit or a pathway that's going to neutralize that aggressive action against you, thus protecting not only yourself, but also your attacker and anyone else present. Soresu, the most defensive-oriented of all the forms.